And slowly open the eyes.
All my life I took decisions to please others. Now it's being hard to take the decision of staying the whole month because I was coming for 2 weeks only. And my heart tells me I have to stay, but it shakes in fear when I take the decision. By not pleasing, I think I'm not going to be pleasing the others. I always took decisions thinking in pleasing, and now that I want to do it for me, I shake. But I want to move through. How can
Confront your fears. You know, this is giving to you, allowing you to move all this stress, this self-abandonment, and ultimately it serves everyone. If you want to stay, stay. If you're not staying because of fear, what does that tell you? Is that a good reason not to stay? Or is it a good reason to stay? Answer the question.
It's a reason to stay, actually.
It's not a motive. It would be like obvious. So stay and work through your fears. You know, the world hasn't been destroyed in 15 days. Okay? But take that decision for you. And look at that fear of giving to yourself. Oh, what are you afraid of? Tell me what you're afraid of. That you're going to be abandoned, that they won't love you. But you're not loving yourself. And you're abandoning yourself. So if you want to change, you need to change now. Yes? Good.
Being here, I saw clearly that all my fears I was reflecting in the outside, and who were affected were my children. But sometimes, as it happened a moment ago, in automatic I fall into protection again, and I cannot see it. I unified in this, and I start seeing my thoughts. But sometimes when I do it physically, I cannot see it. And yes, I would like to see it, because yes, I'm clear.
Okay. You know, attachment's very deep. And it comes from your parents. That need to be protected, and that need to protect. And it's a place where we feel if we don't have control, something bad's going to happen. But life happens, and we have to keep pushing the limits, and we have to keep allowing ourselves to find an internal place of power where we can see other people's power. Because when we can't see other people's greatness, we can't see our own. So if you're always running to save someone, it's because you don't know your own power. You don't know the greatness of who you are. Because you think you're doing it for them. But in reality, when it comes from attachment, which is fear, you're doing it for you. You might be doing it for approval. You might be doing it for fear of loss. But until you allow people to have their own experience, with all the love in the world, they never grow. And it's like you said, my daughter's like this, and he's like that. And you're totally attached there. So what happens? He doesn't mature. He doesn't evolve. Doesn't get the opportunity. And that's not giving. But because it's so deep, it's a process. It's a process. Because that fear of attachment throws us into panic. It's not rational. It's the fear of a child not being protected. And it's very deep. And you have to heal that. Because everyone projects it onto someone until they unify with themselves. You know, and this is a house of enlightenment. And the biggest separation is to ourselves. And the process of healing that, the most difficult process, is letting go of attachment. But even just for people that aren't focused on enlightenment, in order to enjoy your life, you have to let go of attachment. Because that means you haven't found yourself. If there's attachment, you haven't found yourself completely. And it can be very subtle. It can be very fine. But until that leaves, you don't know absolute greatness of self. Hmm?
My question is about death. What happens when a person dies an effect of drugs and alcohol? And if it was the moment of living, on the contrary, for the people that dies in natural ways?
No. Death's death. You know, there's not someone judging it. Oh, this one died of alcohol poisoning. This one got hit by a bus. This one died of old age. There's no judgment. Life is a circle. Birth and death. Birth and death. Birth and death. Birth and death. But the death is an illusion. And the birth is an illusion. The consciousness is eternal. But there's no one judging. You know, if we have this idea that God's like some old guy, father, that's sitting there judging. Because that's where these thoughts come from. And there's no one judging. It doesn't matter. It's just another experience. It's someone that didn't evolve. It's someone with a chronic addiction. Someone that doesn't love themselves. Killing themselves. And that's how it is. But it doesn't make any difference how people die. Death is a part of life. It's part of the illusion. It's part of the cycle.
I want to ask, what effect has on health the unification?
It's the best. Why? Because it eliminates all the stress from the central nervous system. And it starts to elevate the vibration. And as you elevate the vibration, all the toxins leave. As the toxin leaves, that desire for addiction leaves. It heals everything. I'm not saying it's a cure. Like if you have a chronic illness, I'm not saying it will heal you. But what it does, it gives the body the opportunity to heal itself. Because the thing that stops the body from functioning well is stress. It's full of stress. Because this machine is such a phenomenal thing. It's constantly regenerating itself. So when there's no stress, it has the capacity to rejuvenate. Obviously, sometimes people have gone beyond that point because they have a sickness that's very deep, no? But for general health, peace, getting rid of toxins, elevating the nervous system, changing the DNA, the unification is the greatest thing you can do. It's the greatest thing you can do. And I've seen miracles. I've seen people that have had to have heart transplants, that have liberated so much stress, that it heals. But I've also seen people die. You know, I'm not saying it's a cure, it's not. But when the stress leaves, it gives the body the opportunity to create magic, no? Hmm?
Through the expansion of consciousness, can you explain a bit more all what happened to your energy field, the experiences that the energy field can have through expansion of consciousness?
Okay, the thing with you is you leave. Okay, you leave from your body. You have a very strong vibration, but you haven't learnt yet to anchor in your body. Once you learn to anchor, that energy will move in. And then it has the capacity to move out. But the minute you start elevating, you leave. It's like the driver of the plane, the pilot, leaves the plane. And the plane goes and hits turbulence, and it's on automatic pilot, but it's not really being directed. And this is what you do with your body. I experience a massive energy, but I am inside, and my energy is moved out. And how does that energy feel? It's just this constant love. And it's very still, very thick. It's like sometimes like walking through water. Or a light breeze. It changes all the time. But it's constant. Whereas yours is like there's an electric circuit that got hit by lightning. Sound familiar? Okay, well you need to stay in. And the thing is, you have this connection. You have this sensitivity. And if you can manage to contain it, you will have a phenomenal experience. But in this moment, you keep abandoning yourself. She's a very extreme case, by the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, yeah.
I want to my basic question is about evolution, personal evolution, and how to be more committed myself. Basically, with the system in my daily life.
You know, it's a decision. When you really focus on consciousness, it becomes like breath. It becomes the most important thing for you. Being present in the moment, entering a facet, when you see yourself running, coming back to the moment. It's just about a discipline, but because of joy. You start to enjoy it so much. When I first discovered my consciousness, I knew it was what I was looking for all my life. And when I could see I could make it expand, and my reality was starting to change, it became the most important thing for me. And I think you have to get to that point where it becomes the most precious thing you have, because it's you. And when you're there, you can start to see how irrelevant and repetitive the game is. You know, because we get so obsessed with stupidities. But when you're really in consciousness, you start to perceive the big picture. And it's a masterpiece. But when you're in your dramas, you can't see anything, just the drama. And you're missing out on all. So it's just a constant coming home. And seeing the fear, and instead of justifying it, going through it, come back, unify, and stop escaping. Because this is what humans do. Oh, I'm going to change my job. Oh, I'm going to change my boyfriend. Oh, I'm going to change my country. Oh, I'm going to change my career. I'm going to change anything so I feel better. But consciousness asks you to change your focus. And it's in each moment. And lovingly, you start to heal. So you put little alarms in your phone. Stop. Focus for a minute. Alarms in your telephone. Time to unify. Like have things that remind you until it becomes habitual. And then your consciousness will grow so quickly, you'll be doing it before the alarm sounds. It's just a discipline. But for love, no? It's the most important discipline you can have.
I want to expose doing this question because I want to break my image a little bit. Since I'm divorced, and after I did my 6 months, I started creating partners younger than me. Woo!
How much younger?
I'm 56. 10 years, 15.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay, mommy, yay!
Muy bien.
The venganza.
La venganza.
Watch out, men.
Now I don't have, but I want to break like that judgment I have with me, because I always was so correct, especially with my mom, because the things she told me and continued telling me, that when I have a partner, I had to be my age or older, and I don't like them. I don't like my age, I don't like them older.
So now you know why you ran all those marathons, no? Yeah. She's informed. You know, you really have to let go of your mother. Because really, these ideas are so antique. And they're so boring. And you've just got to forget it. Just put a facet. You know, why shouldn't you enjoy your life? Why shouldn't you have a sexy young lover? that can keep up with you. Instead of... And it's just a thought, no? It's just a thought. It's not like you have to take him home to meet Mum. Huh? Just let it go. Let go of Mummy. Please. Yeah.
My question for you is, like, what does enlightenment mean for you? Like, what happened that you you knew, like, okay, I made it. Like, I'm enlightened now.
When you wake up, it's the most powerful thing that can happen to anyone, because it destroys the illusion. You become one with everything. And everything that you've ever believed is not the truth. Every illusion falls in a heartbeat, and you move into everything. And it's impossible to explain, and all the information comes at once. And it's just this incredible, massive, energetic explosion. And you don't need to ask someone if you're enlightened. There's no question. In one moment, you're this little human, doubting themselves, looking for answers, looking for God, and then in the next moment, you are that which you seek. And the fear leaves completely.
In the meetings, when we express, we beat up or we cry. I know that when we cry, we shouldn't touch the person that is crying. But always I wonder why.
There's an aspect of us which is called a victim. And the victim looks for sympathy. The victim looks for sympathy. Okay? And when it looks for sympathy, it stops connecting. Okay? So it's very important that we allow people to just be by themselves and to connect really strongly. Yeah, it's very important. Because if she starts crying and I start doing this, come on, focus. She starts to get distracted. Okay, but if she's having an emotion and I leave her with her, she goes deeper. Because she's not got her attention split. Yeah? That's why.
Being here, I don't miss my boyfriend at all. I don't
put that on
miss him
YouTube, huh?
And YouTube, que lo suba. He knows. I told him yesterday. I don't miss you at all. And he tells me, really, me neither.
What did he tell her?
Me neither, he said. Oops. And that hurts me. So my question is, why? If I'm so happy here, I'm aware why I'm not missing him, I'm not needing him. It hurts me if he doesn't miss me.
Because you're a drama queen. And you're attached. Yeah, and you have to let that go. Because love's not like that. The love wants the best for the other person. And that's empowerment. And you have to get to that point where you're two individuals that are happy together and happy apart. And that's empowerment. So see that point and go in and let that go. You know, grow.
It really boils down to the question of, you know, with a couple committing to one another as being a couple, what really is an appropriate attachment or commitment?
Okay. You know, I'm going to explain very clearly. When we talk about attachment, we're talking about fear. Fear of loss. Fear of separation because you feel insecure. And it's like what I said to her. You have to work on letting that go. You know, you can love to be with someone and have intimate relationships, enjoy each other, but you don't have to be attached. You can both have your own lives and you can trust each other, you know, and allow each other to grow. Or else we fall into this needy, sticky, you know, where were you? What were you doing? Who were you talking to? Da, 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 da. I can't live without you. I need you here. And you always start to create one person sticky and the other one running. And this is called codependency. And then this one's sticky and the other one's moving away. This doesn't happen in the beginning, but it starts to show later. You know, so it's very important with a new relationship. And you still have baggage that you're healing, that you grow from that point. Not from that place of need, but to enjoy each other, to want to be with someone. That's great. That's love. But when it becomes need, it's fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of being abandoned. Fear of not being good enough. And this is what you have to catch. Yeah? Huh? He's attached. Of course.
I want to ask you. I feel super happy as I am. I feel as if I have everything. But suddenly I feel as if I need to do something. I feel like a real I is fulfilled. But then it comes the little voice that says, as if I don't want to move through fears. I feel as if I don't have an objective. I feel I have everything. I feel I have the love. I'm happy. I enjoy. I don't know. And I don't know if that is all or there is some fear there for me.
What happens when you unify? But what comes? Any fears? Okay.
No, I'm in peace. I feel loving, empowered.
So enjoy your life.
Así que disfruta tu vida.
Why are you trying to
¿Por
complicate
qué
it?
estás tratando de complicarla? Because I feel as if I have to achieve an objective there. An objective. And
And what's the meta? Well, before you need to achieve one, best you get one. I think it's a habit. Just enjoy your life. You've worked so hard to heal. You have the most incredible family. that work so hard to heal, you know, it's time to enjoy your life. And just let go of the questions. And if something comes, it will be clear. But in this moment, just surrender and enjoy. Okay? That is the goal. To be happy. It's very hard for people that work hard all their lives. They think they have to keep working. I have to achieve something. I have to strive towards something. And it's not like that. Just enjoy.
I could like to know.
Saber.
I have to throw out the people that hurt me or that are toxic to push away. But I love them really. And I don't judge them, I don't criticize them. I am learning to control and to be a better person. But always I'm told that I'm related with bad people. But what I try is to help them with my presence, just being. But I don't know, should I push them away? But if they don't affect me completely, I am learning not to be affected by them. But I don't want them out of my life. But it's like the people that are interested in me, have interest in me. They always tell me, push them away, they are not helping you. Look who will take you to success. And they interferes in me everything.
This is very ambiguous. So if I'm going to divine what this means, you're attracted to boys with bad habits and your parents don't like it. Is that it? You know, you've got to trust yourself. You know, if no one's influencing you and you're solid within you and you're loving you, that's the most important thing. Trust in yourself. And also see why are you always supporting other people. Why are there not people supporting you? And find that inside. This place where you don't deserve, where you're not open to receive. That's a bigger question. You know, obviously you're an intelligent woman. You're not going to be easily influenced in a negative way. But you're also trying to save someone. And you need to see why. Yeah? Okay. Gracias.
Come visit our webpage for books, movies, and our wonderful retreat centers. Isha's simple yet powerful system is transforming lives around the world.